Hi, I'm Matt, and welcome to Making Dollars and Cents at the Box Office 2017. Closing out the year this past holiday weekend, Disney's Rogue One claimed spot number 1 again for the 3rd straight weekend in a row, but the good news doesn't stop there. Now that the books have officially closed on 2016, this past year was the most profitable year at the box office ever. From the 725 films that released over the past 12 months, the domestic box office brought in $11.3 billion. A quarter of that $11.3 billion came from Disney's 16 films alone. Of those 16, they combined brought in $3 billion at the domestic box office. And on top of that, Finding Dory made the most money of any film in all of 2016. Over the 3-day weekend, Rogue One brought in $49.5 million, only seeing a 22.6% drop between its second and third weekend performances. And that's actually a better performance than Force Awakens had last year when it dropped 39.5% its respective weekend. But with that said, Force Awakens did pull in nearly double what Rogue One did in their third weekend performances. When you zoom out to the 4-day holiday weekend, though, the film brought in $64.3 million, bringing its overall domestic cume in just 3 weeks to $439.7 million, making it the 13th largest domestic release of all time. Also finishing the weekend super strong was Illumination Studios' Sing, which finished the 3-day weekend with $42.8 million. Given that its opening 3-day weekend last weekend only brought in $35.2 million, that means Sing performed 21.4% better its sophomore weekend. But Sing's high notes are not done there, because by the end of the extended 4-day weekend, the film brought in $56.4 million, which is still 3% better than its 4-day weekend performance last weekend. It doesn't come as any surprise at all that Sing was able to pull off this level of success even after a super strong Christmas opening. The film has a solid story, plenty of songs to sing along to, and no shortage of colors or animals to fall in love with. Plus, this weekend was way less encumbered by family get-togethers and other festivities, which allowed parents even more time to take their kids out to this new animated film. Looking ahead to this coming weekend now, the top 5 looks like it's gonna get a little bit of a shakeup, what with the Academy Award hopeful Hidden Figures going nationwide, as well as the lone newcomer of the weekend, Underworld Blood Wars, releasing. Underworld Blood Wars is the 5th installment in the Underworld franchise series, starring Kate Beckinsale. With the exception of the very first Underworld film, all of the films have released in the cold void of January and have had openings ranging from $42 to $62 million. These films always promise their cult following and other action, thriller, monster movie lovers a great time, so it honestly might have a chance of dethroning Rogue One this coming weekend. But it is Star Wars. And Hidden Figures, which began its limited release back on Christmas Day, will now expand into just under 2,300 theaters across the country this coming weekend. Hidden Figures is the true, untold story of Katherine Johnson, Dorothy Vaughan, and Mary Jackson, who were 3 brilliant women working in the NASA program and played a fundamental role in helping launch John Glenn into orbit, whom would later become the first US astronaut to travel and return from space. Through their struggle to fight and overcome the still prevalent racism and gender oppression that was present in 1950s and 60s America, these 3 women helped lead the way to inspire countless generations to dream big and to never let someone else's opinion of them define them. Despite only having a 6.9 out of 10 on IMDb, the film is garnering glowing reviews from critics already, and is standing strong with a 92% on Rotten Tomatoes and a 91% from Google users. Hidden Figures is without a doubt the film that I am encouraging everyone to go see this weekend, because it is yet again another powerful and important film on the subject of race and how unity offers us way more when we stand together than division or hatred ever will. Well, that's it for this week. Despite some serious records set last year at the box office, 2017 is looking promising. So this weekend, as you're thinking about what to do to get out of the house and to avoid cabin fever, think about going out to your local film house to support storytellers and their stories alike. As always, if you like this film, click subscribe so you can keep up with us, comment or like if you want to join the conversation, and we'll see you next week on Making Dollars and Cents at the box office.